good, beautiful people? I'm your host, Cameron Brooks, and welcome to my first episode of The Come Up. Now, today I have a real special guest for y'all, man. He's one of my closest homies, man, more like a brother to me, all the way from the 502, a good Hilltopper alum, my boy. Some know him as Ray, but for the ones that really know the soul, man, give it up for my boy Khalil Jabar.
Man, what's the word, man? I appreciate the opportunity, man. Glad to be here, man. My brother Cam.
For sure.
First episode, the start of great things, man. So, yeah, I'm just glad to be here, man. Glad I made it to Nap, safe travels, so just ready to get it.
Man, you made that early drive.
Yeah, that early. After that night shift, but I had to. This was a priority. I had to make it here.
We've been talking about this for a while, y'all.
Yeah, for probably like a month or two now. So to make it happen is just special. So I'm just glad to be here.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir.
So, man, for starters, man, you want to tell us how was your upbringing like growing up, man? Tell the people about Khalil.
So, man, I'm from Louisville. I grew up in the Shawnee, Portland area, like the first half of my life, and then I ended up moving in with my step-pops. It was just me and my mom and my brother originally. Then I ended up moving in with my step-pops, and then we ended up moving out to kind of like Fern Creekish area. Okay. And then I kind of just been living out there pretty much since then. And then, I went to Western Kentucky University. But just my upbringing was, just really the typical black household kind of thing. I didn't grow up like, super, super hard. But, we went through, things that every family goes through. You know what I'm saying? So, I would say that I had a pretty solid upbringing. I had good people in my life that I could look up to, solid role models and a good foundation. So I'm lucky to have that,
Sure. So, I heard you speak on, people that really inspired and motivate you in your lifetime growing up. You want to shout those people out and just tell us who those may be to you?
So, you got like people like musically, obviously like I got like, Nas, Kanye, that's some of the first music I was listening to. And then, I got my 70s guys like Marvin, Donnie. And then, even from a life perspective, the people that I look up to, I got my mom, I got people around me, my brothers, just the people around me that inspire me every day. You know what I'm saying? So those are my role models, the people who I see do it every day,
For sure.
Yeah.
Man, so where did your love of music really come from? Because everybody nowadays want to be an artist. So where did the passion come from for you?
Really, the love of music comes from just being a listener. I feel like that's where every artist starts. Like you start being a listener, and then you rap your favorite verses, and that evolves into you rapping, and then you kind of sound like the people you looked up to, and then you eventually branch off into your own sound. So, like I said earlier, some of my biggest influences was, Kanye West, the Late Registration album. My mom copped that album for me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But my mom also listened to a lot of gospel. Like she was that kind of black mama. She gonna play gospel the whole time in the car. I'm like, but that
Sunday or after church, Saturday cleaning in the morning.
Shit, every day. My mama playing it I'm trying to tell you, I used to be like, hey mama, it's Monday, bro. Can we listen to something different, bro? But
that's the devil in you talking.
Hey, exactly. But yeah, that's really what it came from, just being a listener. I always used to just rap my favorite verses, and that kind of evolved into me actually enjoying to do music and stuff. And now I'm at the point where, I just love the whole process, the production aspect, the whole process. So
all right, so since you're Mr. Process, man, it all started with one track. You start somewhere. So what is and where did you record your first track?
First track ever?
Yeah, first track ever. I'm talking about not for your album, not for me. I'm talking about when you wanted to like, man, let me record something.
So me and the homie in the dorm, me and the homie CJ, we recorded on the phone. So that was
what?
Yeah, we recorded on the phone.
Y'all can do that?
This was 2013, 2014. So like we recorded on some like not like actually putting the beat on the phone. Like we played the beat on the TV and but my actual first time going to a real studio, I would say, was that summer after freshman year of college. Me and my homie Robin, we actually went to a studio in Louisville, professional studio. But that was, way before I had my delivery. Mm-hmm. down pack, like my voice.
You remember the name?
Yeah. The song was called "Keep Smoking." I don't know if I show. I think Julio knows that song, but yeah, it's called "Keep Smoking," and you know that's just by the title. You just know how childish I was. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that was the first
childish ass song, but it was a good song though, and the quality was good, and like I was so proud of that. But looking to see where I came from recording that song to like where I'm at now, and even how my delivery has changed, like I'm just like, damn, like I had to go through that. I had to, you know.
So growing up, who do you think you sounded like when becoming an artist? Because I know how you previously stated, you know, you try to like copy somebody else's flow, or you kind of hear how you used to sound like some of your idols. So
yeah.
Who was Khalil at first?
At first,
yeah. Who was you trying to get your?
So like when I started rapping, I felt like Cole and Kendrick was like big influences because that was what we were listening to at the time. Just Cole and Kendrick. Right. That was, and then like even like artists like that was like the blogish era was coming to an end. Like Dizzy Wright, Wiz Khalifa, even like artists like Big Sean and stuff like that. Like just like the
Big Sean very slept on.
Yeah, just like the blog era, like where music like. I wouldn't even say my music was super serious, you know, but I love just the creative aspect, just being free and just talking about just your regular day life, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like when I first started, that was kind of who I sounded like, but as I did like my education in music, because I've always been a big Jay-Z fan, but even when I went back in my adulthood and just really studied the people before me that did it, that's when it was like, oh, I have to like really develop my own sound.
And really become the student of the game.
Yeah, become a student, you know, because, you know, I've always been a big listener of everything, but, you know, you kind of like a product of what you listening to at that moment. So when I was recording, that was what was popping at the time. Like, you know, even trap was starting to kind of take off. You had Thug and Future and all of the shit, so, you know.
Now we got Lil Baby, Lil Durk.
Lil Baby, yeah, all of it, yep.
Okay, so during your time as an artist, was there time, you know, you had to overcome adversity, either if it's in life or financially with music, you know? So
yeah.
What were some of your hardships and, you know, what adversity you had to go through while becoming an artist?
Just the adversity of just the stigma, really. Just like, you know, whose mama wants to be like, yeah, my son raps, you know? Like, you know, it's just a stigma around it, especially, you know, being it's like, oh, like we need more, you know, what's the memes and stuff, like put the mic down, pick up the forklift, you know, shit right, like that, right. Like, you know, so it's just a stigma of that, and then, you know, just the day to day. Obviously, I go through writer's block and things like that, but one of the biggest adversities for me was not having a producer, because I got to the point where I was looking up so many like YouTube beats and all of this stuff, and I felt like I didn't have my own sound. So when I was able to learn how to like somewhat produce and, you know, make my own project, that was like, it kind of created another way to love the music, because I've always just been a writer, but now it's like, okay, like I'm actually learning like music theory a little bit, you know, learning like actual song structure, learning about instruments, kicks, snares, hi-hats, things like that. So
yeah, not putting yourself boxed
yeah,
branching out and learning other things about the industry.
Exactly.
So you're more than just an artist.
Exactly.
Everybody just labeled Kanye as just a producer, some guy that make beats.
Exactly, you know, exactly. So yeah, but yeah, I would say that's probably like my biggest adversity, because, you know, like I was waiting on other people like, they ain't sending me beats, bro. Like, well, shit, make your own beats, bro. Like, no, if they can learn it, so can you, bro. Like, what's the difference, you know? So, yeah.
Man, okay. So, where do you really see yourself in the music industry? Like, where do you want to? I want to say the next 10 years from now. Where do you see yourself?
Man, I see myself like independently making music, making money off of my independence. Maybe I don't necessarily have the numbers, or, you know, I might not be selling like, you know, 1 million records and things like that, but I want to come into it and have creative control of my sound. I don't never want to make music, oh, I got to make this record because I know people gonna like the record and they gonna buy it. I make the music I enjoy, and if you so happen to enjoy that and be a part of that, then I appreciate that. But that's what I love music for. You know what I'm saying? So I can't just, you know, just make music for the money per se, like, you know. But I see myself as a successful artist, multiple projects. working with other different artists, and just really having my feet in the game. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I see.
Okay, so with you being from Louisville,
Yeah.
man, tell me about the local Louisville artists, man, because I know y'all got a lot of up and coming artists in the music industry.
Yeah.
So I know a few, like shout out to my boy 38 Honcho.
Yeah.
Did an interview with him before, got to run that back. So name a few that you be listening to or who you like to work with.
You got like your big artists like ESTG, Jack Harlow, Static Major, things like that. But I feel like our underground scene is really developed, especially in the past like 2 to 3 years. We got artists like Alan Weiss. I've done a couple features with him, not more. I've done like 3 features with him.
Oh, okay. So y'all be in the
Yeah.
lab.
And it's crazy because we met because of my other homie Twan. You know Twan. Yeah. He makes beats as well. So and then.
All my homies, sorry to cut you off. All my homies really about this music.
Hey,
it ain't no rah-rah like from the soul.
Hey, facts. And but yeah, AD Kendall, she's dope as fuck. There's hella producers. Producer named Roundtree's dope. The homie D Soul. I know he's he's not a Louisville guy per se. But he living in Louisville though. So right now you're a Louisville producer. Montreux, he's dope. First Shift, nice.
Yes,
man, there's so many. I could just keep going and going. But yeah, but Alan is the one that I've worked with as far as like, doing features and things like that. And then I'm also planning to work with AD as well, AD Kendall. So
okay.
Yeah.
So is there any things in the city that you've been trying to do to promote you, your artists, or even the other artists in Louisville? Like, try to put any events or even fundraisers? Like, what's going on in Louisville that people should know about?
So I haven't done any events yet, but I am in the works of creating an event where I want to have, a bunch of local artists that I rock with personally, and I host my own event and actually perform, because that's the way that you connect with the audience, actually performing. So that's in the works as far as me, creating that event. I've contacted people as far as getting those pieces moving, but really it's just getting the venue and getting with my DJ and really just making the shit happen, just really making it happen.
That's all part of coming, man. That's what we're here for.
Moving with the spirit, you feel me?
Got to.
Yep.
So, man, what's any gems you got for any viewers that may want to pursue their dream in the music game and just don't really know where to start or how to do it?
I feel like, well, look, firstly, I want to say I don't have all the answers, like,
Right.
But
who do?
Nobody. A man that knows, what's the Erykah Badu? A man that knows something knows that he knows nothing at all, So, the advice that I would give is just be yourself. Just be who you are and
don't
be
try
authentic.
To take nobody else's
Exactly.
It's persona.
Yeah, and if you being yourself, then you can make it look cool. If you can't make it look cool, then it's probably not really you. So I feel like be yourself, be authentic, and just make the music that you enjoy, and just don't be a hater. You feel me? Don't be a hater, bro. Don't be a hater. There's so many people haters. People talk about what they don't like. Focus on what you do resonate with and thrive in that. Just don't be a hater sitting on the sidelines and, just make the music you like and keep it pushing. It's simple.
So do you have any examples or a story when, somebody was probably just hating off of what you were trying to do or didn't really believe in the dream or the vision that you had for yourself? Or?
Not to my face, I would say. Sometimes you could feel like that energy, like, oh, like I do music, whatever.
Right.
It's like, oh, okay, you think I'm okay, bet. But yeah, I've definitely felt that, but that just kind of puts the fuel in my tank more, because I know the kind of music I make and I know the time that I put into it and the effort that I put into it. So, the confidence comes from repetition. So as long as you're getting your jumpers up, then your confidence should never sway.
Y'all heard that. As long as y'all get y'all jumpers up. So if you ain't in that lab, you ain't working on your craft, you ain't where it's at, man.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
All right, so bro, I've been waiting for this topic.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for this for so long because this has been my daily rotation of music, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Borrowed Time, first debut album. Talk to me about it, man. Where did this idea even come from? Because I ain't gonna lie, I don't know, some of y'all know, he used that picture before.
Yeah.
On one of your songs, one of your singles. I know I ain't tripping. So what happened, man? I took it down from iTunes. I didn't know what happened. What was the whole? Talk to us.
Like Borrowed Time was kind of like, cause I was debating on how I wanted to do my first project. Like I had been recording just a bunch of just kind of random songs, and you know, like I got with my homie D Soul, and we really locked in as far as like a concept. And I was just like, man, I want to make something that creates the ambiance of a jazz club, and I want dark humor that me and my homies laugh at and things like that. So, and that's where I came up with the project title Borrowed Time, which is kind of like you would think is something like sentimental, but when you listen to the records, like I do have, you know, heartfelt songs, but I also have songs that make you laugh and things like that. And it was really in commemoration of my homie KJ as well, who passed.
R.I.P. to bro.
R.I.P. to my brother, man, because he's supposed to be on that project. You feel me? But you know, I know he's still with me. But that's kind of how that came. And then I was learning how to produce as I was making that project as well. And you know, I had picked certain samples, and I was able to create certain feels, and they spoke to me. And when that beat speaks to you, you gotta talk back. So that's kind of what got the process started. I used the Boondocks was a foundation for me, just because of how much, like, you know, I love the Boondocks. And you know, I kind of wanted to give people, like, I wanted to kind of give people my perspective through a way of like humor and familiarity, you know.
Something that everybody used to, because who haven't seen the Boondocks?
Exactly. But when you like cut out certain excerpts, it's like, damn, like even like the intro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like the Jesus was black, Ronald Reagan's the devil, and the government's lying about 9/11. Like,
and when everybody was just like,
yeah, that's the type of shit you ride in your car. You can't hold on, what the hell you listening to? Yeah. Right. But that's the kind of feel I wanted. Like we in the jazz club and somebody walk up to the stage and say that, and everybody, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, the show starts, and then that's kind of how I ended it as well. So, yeah, man, I love that process. I love that project, and you know, tap into it on all streaming platforms. Borrowed Time, you know, Khalil Jabar.
So, Khalil, man, what are your top 3 favorite songs on the album? Because I got mine.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I already got mine locked down, but I want to hear you first.
Man, if I was to pick a top 3, probably my first song my number 1 song is probably Be Deep. Just based on the fact that was the first song that I officially recorded for the project, and yeah, that was
number 1, top 1, not the 2, bro.
Yeah,
that hit, bro. When the beat dropped, I immediately just like, whoa, Ray on a different time.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's the one. Be Deep. Because I'm gonna disagree. That's my number 1 too, y'all.
Yeah. Be Deep got to be number 1.
Okay.
And then number 2, I would have to say, man, I hate to be in order, but like right now, I think like Joy is probably my second favorite song. Joy, I love Joy, because I feel like it's such like an easy listen. You could go to it, you could just play it for anybody, you know, and it's just one of them songs, you just get it. I was just talking my stuff on there, like I didn't overthink it, and you know, Joy is just, you know, it's the other side to Be Deep. It's the other side of the coin. It's, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, shit's fucked up, but shit can be.
Shit's hard. You gotta make the best of it, but
exactly,
it's always joy in life that you gotta appreciate.
Exactly. And my third track that I would say is probably the damn. It's hard, bro. It's hard. I probably have to go a split right now between What a Shame and Show Me the Way.
All right, well, let me tell you this, man. What a Shame was definitely my number 2, y'all.
Yeah.
So Be Deep, What a Shame for me.
Yeah.
Show Me the Way is so...
Exactly. Shout out to the Shira, man. Melody. You feel me? Yeah, because she snapped on that hook, and she made it a hit, basically, so...
She definitely put that soul in there.
Exactly. So I think it's a split. Be Deep, Joy, Show Me the Way, and / What a Shame. Yeah.
Okay, well, since we doing slashes, I want to slash too. So after What a Shame, man, I'll probably say, man, mine's gotta be Can I Kick It?
Yes, you can.
or Can I Kick It, or Where Your Poems At, man?
Where Your Poems
At?
Where
Your Poems. I feel like Where Your Poems At is one of them like one of them lost gems. Like if you really listen to it, know what you're talking about. Like it's really one of them ones for real.
Brother, where your phones at?
Yeah. Come on, man.
Facts, bro.
So, man, rumor has it. I mean, I'm just using my sources that I receive, man. What if I ain't tripping? Bro, I just gotta give you a flowers because the album just sounded so beautiful, bro.
Hey, bro, I
really
like appreciate it for real.
Literally in the booth, grinding. Really took your time throughout this whole process. So, like, for one, brother, like I'm really proud of you because I know it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
But back to what I was saying, I think one of my sources told me that you recorded this in your living room.
Yeah.
There's no way. I don't believe it. I still don't believe it.
I recorded it in the crib. Shout out to D Soul, man. He engineered the project, you know, like
D Soul running it up.
Yeah, because those recordings was like some of them was rough, man. So I appreciate him for assisting me because. You know, I would have definitely had to go a different route without him. But yeah, recorded at the crib, made the beats really at the crib. Like it was like a very spiritual experience, you know, like, and I was going through a lot at the time anyway. So yeah, like just being at the crib and being able to like take my time and not have to worry about like, you know, studio time or like, yeah, you got 10 minutes left, bro. Like, damn, like I could really go through different takes. Like I could sit and watch an episode. Like my thing, I used to watch cartoons and shit while I'm recording. I used to own that Justice League and shit on HBO Max. You feel me? My bad. On HBO Max and shit, just had that in the back. I had 5 deliveries that I did and just be listening to them like, I like this one. You know what I'm saying?
As you watching the
Exactly. So, you know, and then I could go back and edit a part of the beat, you know, all right, bet. All right, cool. Now I can add this vocal. You know, I could play with my vocals. I could play with the key of them and things like that. So, you know, it was a really dope experience. I think for my next thing I'm doing, I'm probably going to be looking to record it at an actual studio just to keep building and things, but I want to build my own skill to where I have my own setup and I can just do things myself. Cause
and don't want to rely on others.
Yeah, it ain't nothing like being able to do it yourself. Like, I mean, you know, I could always take my stuff to get it engineered, but I want to be able to get a quality sound where I'm at, you know. So
that's why it's always good to become a student first, so then you don't have to seem like a leech, or you always need somebody help in order to follow your dreams.
Hey,
and
man,
make it happen.
Studio time's expensive. Expensive.
Unless you an A-list celebrity.
Yeah,
you got that covered.
But shit, even if you an A-list celebrity, they be paying hella, like, them studios be like a lot per hour. So
a lot per hour,
yeah, like hundreds, thousands. That shit could be expensive. So I mean, but you know, quality speaks though. Like a lot of engineers are worth the money because they've done the education. So I just gotta do the education.
Good education is key in the game. See, everybody think you just get behind the mic, start saying some stuff with a nice beat and think, hey,
nah,
I'm a hit on Spotify.
It ain't.
I'm a hit on SoundCloud.
It ain't that simple. It ain't that simple, man.
Okay, so you know, mental health is really important to me, and I feel like as men we don't really talk about it a lot. So I know you said, you know, during that time of the album, you know, you was kind of going through some things and trying to get yourself out the hole. So not going into detail, but like, what was your way of really getting out of a situation? Like, do you have any advice for men out there that, you know, if you ever feel like you're in a dark space, like what you can do to bring yourself out of that?
Man, so I mean, I feel like, you know, every dark space is different, and I don't like, you know, I mean, I'm not gonna say
it's definitely a touchy subject, but it's something that we don't really talk about.
Exactly.
Some people don't really feel comfortable talking about.
Exactly. And I know like every situation is different, but I know one of the things for me was just finding things that I could not necessarily do to like ignore what was going on, but finding things to funnel your energy into and things that are positive things. So like, you know, just because you feel bad, that don't mean like smoke your life away. Like find something positive to counteract that, and just, you know, just always have a goal in mind. Don't be too closed off. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I know a lot of people, especially men, like we like to close off, which, you know, sometimes you do got to guard your heart and guard your space, but sometimes...
Because it's not for everybody.
Yeah, but, you know, sometimes to receive God's blessings, you got to let that shield down. There's a lot of blessings I done blocked myself just from my own ego and arrogance and me getting in my own way. So just sometimes get out your own way, you know, because a lot of the times we in our own way pretty much, especially as men. We want to handle things, we want to be able to do things, but we also have to realize that everybody needs help. And you're not superhuman. You know what I'm saying?
None of us are.
Exactly. So and then I feel like keeping a goal in mind. It's like that light at the end of the tunnel. At least for me, like keeping a goal in mind. Like no matter what I'm going through, working on this project. Once this project's done, so I'm gonna feel good about myself, and can't nobody take it away from me.
Feel like you really worked and achieved on something.
Exactly. Yep.
So, man, you got any upcoming music for us, man? So, Borrowed Time is definitely a classic, man. Definitely on my top 5 of new hip-hop music that definitely going to be spinning this summer. So, what can we expect from Khalil Jabar, man?
Man, so, firstly, just to build on Borrowed Time, man, shout out to Jairus for the visual with Forrest, man. Ali visual out. I have a couple visuals coming with my man Julio, Natural Born Leaders. You know what I'm saying?
The Don.
Julio got his own stuff that he's doing as well too. So I have visuals coming with that. Now to talk about the upcoming music, I do have a new project that will be coming out.
Oh wait, new project?
Yeah, new project, man. You got to be focused on the next
what's
move.
Next? Okay.
You're only good as your last move, man.
Hey, you right on that, cause I'm still listening. See, this is new news for me. Right?
Yeah, so I mean, I haven't recorded any songs for it, but I have an idea. It's called Spirit of a Kid. So.
Borrowed Time, Spirit of a Kid. Okay.
Yeah, Spirit of a Kid. Yeah.
What you doing with these names, man? Are you just saying what sounds good, or is it relates to you? Well, I know what Borrowed Time.
Yeah, Borrowed Time. Well, Borrowed Time I elaborated on, but Spirit of a Kid is kind of like it's the reason. It's what keeps life. Like it's what makes life. Life is that spirit of a kid. Like
fun.
We all I feel like we adults and we all behind this big bag. Like we grown, we do this and do that. But what's the things that make you feel just good? The things that connected to you since you was a kid, like music, or just that one show that you used to watch when you was a kid, or
every Saturday morning.
Exactly. And then you build and you grow into a man, and you live life. But at the end, it's still the spirit of a kid, though. So. And not we stand boys, we men now, but it's just and then it's also being connected to the kids, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like a lot of older people talk down to the kids and not talk on their level with the kids, so.
Hey, they are the future, bro.
Exactly. And I remember being a kid and people feeling like they always trying to give me some knowledge. Like I'm not trying to hear knowledge. Sometimes I just want you to talk to me, so.
Facts, well. Yeah. Not everybody want to be talked down to.
Exactly. But yeah, Spirit of a Kid, I haven't necessarily created the ambiance, so that I don't know the story necessarily I want to tell just yet, but I know the energy that I want to come with. So I've already kind of started the production process with that. I definitely am going to have more features on there, I would say, from other artists.
Yeah, because on Borrowed Time, bro, you definitely you probably had 2, 3 max, but I mean three.
Forrest, the Shearer, and then Giles. That's it. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. You coming out with a first project with hardly any features, how was that for you?
Man, shit, I could have did that shit. Really, I swear I could have.
You really could have had no features. It still been cold, bro.
But I feel like on Ali, the way that happened with Forrest, that that shit just had to happen because
that's one of your homies, right?
Yeah. Forrest, he's been producing, doing music for a long time. But I pulled up to LA and I had a beat in mind. I didn't know if he would like it. Played it for him, and he
ended up liking it.
Yeah, and then bodying it, and then with the Shearer, I had that beat for a long ass time, and I knew that I wanted to be a song about a girl and stuff, and I know that the Shearer was coming out with her project, and I was like, oh, this is
it only makes sense to intertwine.
Exactly. And then with the Jackson 5 sample, I just felt like all the elements of a hit, and then with Giles, I mean, that's on this. The song speaks for itself.
One Nation Under
America's
Soul.
Nightmare. Scream J Revelation, man. That's really one of the, speaking on the inspirations, not to circle back, but the inspiration, or J Revelation was one of the albums that I studied to make Borrowed Time. So, and then America's Nightmare, the way that came, how I did the intro, this boy believes Jesus is black, Ronald Reagan's the devil. He's not our friend. He's on America's shit list. And I'm just man, Giles, hop on this track, bro. Come on,
y'all mean business on this track.
Yeah. I need that Giles Masuda.
It gave kind of that two America's Most Wanted vibe with y'all two, but more of like the two
Exactly.
beats was different, but just that energy of where y'all was coming from.
Exactly, bro. Like, and I just feel like Giles is the perfect artist to embody that. Like, I'm like, bro, you getting on this track. Like, I don't care. So that's kind of how that came. But I mean, a lot of the songs, like, I already had them done. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was just kind of like, all right, let me send these out to these people. If they fuck with it, they do. I love it. But if they don't, I got a second verse. I do. Except for the sheriff. I couldn't do it with the sheriff. Hey.
But you made it work though.
Yeah,
bro,
facts.
It's a will, it's a way.
Yeah.
We'll go get it done.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
Man, bro, I really appreciate you coming on, man.
Hey, likewise, bro. I appreciate you having me on here, bro. I hope I did well, man. You know.
Yeah, you did great, bro. Is there anything, any last promotions you want to do? Anything that you want the people to know where, you know, they can follow you on social media platforms?
Man, follow me Instagram, soul.khalil, Twitter, soul.khalil. Look up my most recent project, Borrowed Time, Khalil Jabar, on all streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, YouTube Music, you know, everything. And be looking out for Spirit of a Kid, man. That's it.
Hey, man, so beautiful people. Until next time, love.
Peace.